recording. Then you came and then I was thinking, oh, I didn't record it.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
So what Humang was saying was a few things he said. One, he is more experienced in coding side of the job, right? The work. Okay. So what he's saying is these are some open forum thoughts. Everybody can contribute. It's just open discussion. We're a small team, right? So what he was saying was rather than everyone focusing on Elementor or the basic web design, which, for example, if we got a project in a basic web design, Korean or who, I don't know, I didn't see everyone's today, whoever is more comfortable, they can do that, that particular piece of work. And then Umang is kind of busy trying to settle down, going back to India, and he's focusing on coding. He's still focusing on some coding programs, right? So he's saying, rather than me trying to spend that time and trying to create this and create the basic website, what if I focus on coding, what I am experienced in and what I'm currently doing, so that if a complex work comes, whenever there's a coding requirement, he can pitch in. But if there is a requirement for website, he can still be of use, but he prefers to work more on coding side, right? And I thought that was
Exactly.
it's people's preferences. And then rather than one small work came, rather than everyone jumping on that, somebody can, whoever is more comfortable can do that. And when there is a more complex work, human can do that, right? So
okay, so yeah, sorry. Let me clarify one thing first. The reason being we are going through all of this stuff because I
no,
told
we
you
understood, Anish. We
yeah.
understood the reason and we discussed. I told Umang why you are doing it and the reasoning. But I think he has a point. What you're doing is correct for others, but maybe for Umang, a slight different part. He likes to be here. He likes to attend it. He likes to do everything, but probably not all the small details, because he thinks maybe he can focus, spend his time more on other things rather than this. That's your intention is very clear and it's very good and very helpful. If I were you, or if I was in attending this, I would have preferred what you're doing, because I know nothing about this, right? So I know what you're doing is the best. So that's understood. There is nothing. Yeah.
So again, the same thing, like, now we were doing this, we have a situation which came up.
Yeah.
And I just asked him about it. Like, this is probably something he can contribute. So there is a website which is not showing up. There is some problem with the directory, all those kind of stuff. So, these things come up. This is kind of like, things will come up, and whoever who can resolve it, they will resolve it. It's not when we are doing Elementor, that means like all of us are sitting on Elementor and doing it. No, we are not doing that. We will be strictly dividing the jobs, or whenever it comes, or going forward, we will be doing stuff for Mammoth Graphics and Digital Signature, our own website, and the social media pages and all those good stuff. Now, things will be divided. It's not like, everybody doing everything. So somebody who are more comfortable doing the design part of it, they can use Elementor. Somebody who is like more into social media, wherein like, managing the social media page and all those things, like they can do that stuff. But everybody will have access to everything. And the training is just because if somebody can't do it on a particular time, so that somebody can take charge of it. Very simple, that's all. Now, okay, so Umang, yeah, I totally understand, because his background is like the hardcore stuff, and he probably comfortable doing that. Of course, like, this is just a training where it's not even a training wherein I am showing you how to do it the way I do it.
Yeah.
And how all things are. And, this will be for like, first few sessions will be like that, like this, wherein like what we are using and all those kind of things. And the later part, the main part is like your hands on it.
Yeah,
That
that's
is the
true.
important part.
Even my thinking was, like I'm not good at designing. Like my previous work was also introduced towards problem solving and programming. So I like share with Caesar that it will be better if I like continue doing coding because that is what interests me. So instead of
Yeah.
like designing, so I would be like more productive with that thing
Yeah, I know.
later on
It-
in this days, not currently.
yeah, here mostly the design comes first, and
Yeah,
then if there is like any particular customization or the particular thing they want in a particular place and all those kind of small stuff usually, until we are ready to take on the big things.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Yeah.
yeah. That's
So
true.
okay. So yeah, we have a couple of websites. So probably like, Sijo, you can check on Asana and see their websites. It's just like this is Leah's website and this is Omang and there is one for Kutin which
Can I
has this problem. Yeah.
actually there was a problem when I creating my website.
Hmm.
Can you press that gallery menu? Gallery top. So it's going to gallery. Then if I press the contact again, it's not going. Actually, I placed the contact section in about me page.
So do you have a link attached to it?
Yeah, I have a link that attached it. When I am in about me page, it's the home page. In that page, when I press contact, it's going to that section. But when I am in gallery, it's not going to that section. So that's why. Some issues
Okay.
showing.
It's because this is the first time you are using the Elementor header and footer, right?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll look into it.
Mm.
And now the cPanel end of it. So are you comfortable creating a domain?
Yeah, I am comfortable.
Okay. And others, Leah and she is gone. Okay. Anita?
Yeah, I'm comfortable.
Okay. So what just to Anita, because I have seen that you have created a subdomain, which is so did you try to design it or anything went wrong?
I designed and published that page, but
Yeah, that's why I asked because I didn't see. So if you are comfortable sharing your screen, you can log in or you can try again and contact me if something goes wrong, or you can do it yourself like here, wherein everybody can see it.
I think the issue is in the settings on the reading section, we clicked on the post area. So actually, Anita didn't created any post yet. So when the landing page is coming to the post section, I think. So I changed the post to page section. So the landing page automatically come to the home page in settings. So when we press that, it's going there. But before that, I also had this kind of issue. I think
Yeah, so
it's
when
the issue, I don't know.
yeah, when we create the WordPress website, especially it is like a business website or something, you always choose the static website, and then the page will be the front. You can choose the page, whichever page you want to put that in. That's how it is. So Anita, you're gonna share the screen, or you just want to do it and see?
I'll do it and see.
You want to do it and see? Okay. So probably the okay, what I'll do is that I might.
Anis, let me I fix that issue of domain
Okay.
where we don't have to write WP. So let me, if I can share my screen, let me show it to you.
Oh yeah, you can. Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay, I think you have to stop sharing before I share.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Okay. I'm just stopping my video for a while. Yeah, you go ahead.
Okay. So is it visible?
Yeah.
Okay. So instead of whenever we create subdomain, the document root, instead of this one, we have to write down /wp over there and then update. So before, how we can come to this page. So from cPanel, we have to go to domains, and then we have to select, for example, my domain is your, yeah, go ahead.
So could just a second. So Kurian and Anita, you guys have this issue. So pay
You can
attention to this, what he's saying.
Yeah, so from domain, over here, all the domains will show up. So try to find your domain, subdomain, and at the same row.
Just go to Kurian's domain, Kurian dot.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, the probably in the top.
Over here, this is Korean's subdomain. So you have to write, you have to click on manage. And over here, it is showing document root. So just you have to update it to /wp and then update. It will take 2-3 minutes to get updated. The domain get updated. So after it is updated, so see now I don't have to write down /wp at the end of my domain.
Okay, so Umang, what you can do is that put it back, just delete that /wp and let him do it later.
Okay.
So that he knows that. So this is the way you do it, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks, Umang.
Yeah.
Okay. Excellent. Okay, so yeah, can you stop your sharing? I'll share my screen. Okay, thanks. Bye. Okay, so for Anita, probably this could be, you go to the settings and the reading section there.
Okay.
And you might have put it like this. That is the default. So make it to the static page and the home page. Then the page, whatever you created here, you see the pages. You can choose any of those pages and put it back in there. So I'll show you how to do that. And that was it. Okay, settings. Go to the reading part of it. Okay, you can either choose home or sample page, whichever page that is, and which is supposed to be your home page, the front page. So
Okay.
usually when we make the home page, the first page, we put it as home. So the home page will be always that one. So update it. So you understood what Umang was showing, right? So just do it like that and make this changes, and then probably your website will be live.
Okay.
And okay, I didn't do anything with it, I guess. That was Elementor. Okay. I'm not seeing Elementor. Where's the plugins? Okay. So there will be plugins updation which is happening. That is one of the issues. Not issue actually. There'll be continuous updation from the developers. So you can actually put this as like auto updates.
Okay.
So that'll help in updating automatically. You don't have to do it every time. So whenever you open the page, there'll be like a edit with Elementor button there when the thing is installed and updated. So you guys all know about that. Have you guys used the Elementor elements templates and created it, or you just created from scratch the website?
I created from scratch.
Okay.
I
Korean?
created from I used event and
Elementor,
then
okay.
I
And
deleted
Leah?
and
Yes, I also use Elementor.
Okay. I mean, that's just a help tool which actually helps to get a structure and then work on it. So we never use the same template. What we use is like, we will put that structure in and make the changes according to the requirements what they need. That's the whole purpose of it. I think in the last stream, I have shown you like how to put that event, right? Yeah.
yeah, it was in that video tutorial.
Yeah. So it's just you choose from the kits, and there are like a lot of free kits and blogs and other things. Okay. Free kits. It again depending on like what kind of website. Some pages needs the pro license. So I'm just going through this again because like repetition actually keeps that in your mind. You can even like a couple of times go through that Elementor video. And once we just done with this, we will It takes a little time. So apart from this, anybody has any question with the cPanel and workaround and all those kind of stuff that you know how to, I mean, you have done all those things like in installing WordPress and everything. And usually the theme we go with is Hello theme, you know that. And yeah, now we will see. So Kudian, I have a question, like all these ones are like the websites or?
No. Actually, these are the posts I did on the camp when I was studying. I worked for these companies. I mean, so
Oh,
I
okay.
created posters for
I was first thinking there is a link to a website from here.
them. No.
So what I would suggest you guys make, okay, why I asked you to make a website with your subdomain, I mean, your name on the subdomain is just to identify like whose website is this. It's just that purpose. This subdomain, the whole purpose is like, you know, you working on creating new pages, and it's just a playground wherein, like, you know, you create new stuff and all those things. So try working on different kind of websites, probably like a dentist, and I will update in Asana. So you just don't need to create a whole lot of pages. This is again getting used to what do you say, like getting used to using the Elementor. So in that case, like, you know, working around with the layout and how you adjust the things and all those kind of things, right? Okay. So here, so you know this, how to work around this, the margins and paddings and all those stuff. Because last time I think I just missed it and I thought like I should have. There is a layout and there is like a style wherein you change the font and all those things and the videos or images which comes in the background and, you know, overlays and all those things. And there is, in the advanced section, there is, you can adjust the height and width and all those kind of things of the pages if that actually goes out. Suppose, like, you know, you are designing this website and you can actually see this for responsiveness. I'm not sure how many knows about it, because here, when you click on this, you will see these icons. This is for responsiveness. That means like how this particular thing which we are designing on a desktop look like in a mobile and look like in a tablet. And you can edit it individually. So whenever you're doing this editing, this applies to only to that particular format. So when you click on the mobile and you're editing and adjusting it, that will be applied only to the mobile version. So the other things will remain the same. You know what I mean? So this is the desktop we are editing, and then we will look at the mobile version of it, and you see this particular thing needs to be moved a little bit up or down or something like that. Then you go to the advanced section, and there is a padding on the top, you see. And if you want, you can put some margin here. And this is a link. A linking means there is a top, right, bottom, and left. So if it is linked, whatever the number you put here, let's say 20, that will apply to all four sides. Here, up and down. So if you unlink it, I mean, let's say, if you unlink it, and then you put, let's say, 50, it will be applied to only the top. You see that the change is how it is, right? So that is one thing I probably didn't tell you that time. And there is some options here, which is, and one is the responsiveness. So now, any of you knows about this hiding on the desktop thing?
No.
Okay. Now let's say we have this website and we don't want to show anybody this. We still want it in here. We might make some changes and, show them later on, but at this moment we don't want to show it. Or there is another possibility wherein, like, this will have a content which is not probably suitable for the mobile version of it. You just don't want to show this only on the mobile, but all the other things you want to show it. In that case, you click on the section top here, and then you go to the advanced section and click on the responsiveness. You come here. These are the reverse columns I will show you after, but this is the hide on desktop, hide on tablet, and mobile. So if you want to don't want to show this only on the mobile, then you hide it here. And you always publish it or update it. Here it's published because I haven't published the page yet. Otherwise, it'll show as update. And here, if you don't want to show it on tablet, then you hide that there. If you don't want to show it anywhere, just hide everything. Or if you want to show it only on desktop, you want to hide it here. Okay, and update it. Okay, I'm publishing it just for the sake of. Now I will hide it on the desktop. Now see, update. And this particular section will be hidden. See? And if you check the so you don't have it. Oh, no. Yeah. So now update. That means everything is hidden everywhere. If you go to the mobile, it will be hidden. It will still show us in the backend. It doesn't mean that it is live. So I'm just unhiding it. Update. Every time you do any changes, just don't forget to update it. Otherwise, you have to do it again or roll back the old version from the history. And I think this is another example wherein I just wanted to show you how to use this one. Because when you edit a website, so how I did it, that is the section we are going. Okay. So there are like different sections in it, right? So this is how it looks like. It right for you comes here, and there's peace of mind. That thing comes on the right? So you know this. So you have the options on reversing these columns. So if you go to the mobile version of it or the tablet version of it, that particular, that is a, okay. Let's see, this is a section and there is 2 subsections in it inside. So you click on that here, and if you want to reverse it, reverse columns, see how it reversed. This thing comes there and the other thing come here. So you can do it for every section which has a subsection in it. That is like a little easy stuff. So you don't have to actually edit it, like, putting it there and putting the content here down. So instead, just reverse that. I would suggest just go around whatever these things, and that website is like, you can do anything with that website. Just create a page and play around with all those things with an event or element template and how it works. So that'll probably the easy way to do it. And if you have any questions, you just ask me any questions if you don't find it. Most of the things, like, there is online, like, Elementor has resources in there. It actually, they have some resources about, like, how to do the editing and all those kind of things. Or else just ask me. And later on, I just want you guys to come up with a good website, maybe like a week of work when you put in this, and try using different templates and edit it. And the Evanto has like a lot of templates in it. Put some templates on and use your creativity and use how it, like, see how it goes. And the header and footer, just leave it for that. I will upload a small video for the header and footer, and then do the forms, how to use those things. Those are pretty easy stuff, like, it's not complicated. So the main thing is using and get used to this thing. And why I am focusing on this Elementor and talking too much about it every time when we have a session, because this is the most important part. I mean, at least for probably our clients, we are making a website and giving it to them, and we need to be comfortable with Elementor. And there will be some custom things, of course, as what I told you before, but this is the main aspect of it. And you can run a digital, I mean, you can run a business just with the web designing part of it, if we have a good marketing. So this is the main thing. This is the first offer we give to the customer, which is designing a website or redesigning a website. And then we go from there. Once we build a relation with them, doing this stuff, and then we will go to managing their social media, and all those kind of things comes later. And making the website SEO ready and all those things. Okay, guys, anybody has any questions?
No.
Okay. So Kurian, how comfortable you are with Wix? No, because I'm not going to the Wix aspect of it, because like we probably may not be doing much on the Wix. And why I asked you is, like you said, you have experience, you already have some things in your where you study.
Actually, I created a website in both Wix and WordPress. I
Okay,
think
so
in Wix it's just placing around, and it's pretty easy, I guess.
yeah. I mean, yeah, I understand that thing. It's like a drag and drop builder kind of things. Now, so you can handle the backend of Mammoth graphics in Wix.
Yeah, I can do that. It's okay.
Okay, so first you need to be like familiar with what it is, like what all things are there in the backend and all those things. And do you have access to it? Did Sijo give you access?
Actually, Sijo shared its admin and password in WhatsApp group. I didn't actually handle that.
Okay, so I probably want you to just
but
go and
I
see.
check the website myself. So it's I thought it's only have 2 pages. There is no blog page and all.
Yeah, all those
So
things needs to
that,
come. But it's just that, like, what is there and what's not there. So we probably come up with a plan, like, what all things we need to add to it, and you may probably work on that. That is our first thing. And once you guys are comfortable with Elementor, we are going to redesign the digital signature, because the most of the content are outdated. And probably Umang can help you with some custom stuff on it. Have you gone through the digital signature? It's pretty old website for now, and there are so many things which at this point we are not doing and which is already there, like reputation management and all those kind of things. So we need to come with a content plan, and then we will redesign that website first. That is our first project, and then once I mean, like, hand over the social medias, or we will give you access to all the social media pages. And before that, I will show you. I probably, Umang, you may not want to get into the social media stuff, so you probably want to be in the design and development aspect of the business, or you still think, like, you can do something on the social media side and all those things. It's up to you, like, I'm just asking.
No, I want to like mainly into development side,
Okay.
backend side. So
Okay.
yeah.
Fair enough. Like, that makes sense. Korean is a digital marketer, so you are actually doing a course for the digital marketing, so you need to be everywhere.
Yeah.
All the places. If it is a website backend, there you should be, or if it is a Facebook business page, you should be there, like, Google business page and everywhere. Now, Google, you have any experience with, I mean, how is your course structure? What all things it is covered in the course?
Actually, we studied about the social media marketing and posting things in social media for scheduling and everything like that. Facebook Meta Business Suite, in Facebook Meta Business Suite. Then we studied about the WordPress and the Wix. Then we studied about how to create a bot in WhatsApp, like automation bots. But we had to acquire the DLT, and also it's just a basic thing.
Okay.
Actually,
The
we
business
covered
board on the WhatsApp group, right? Business board on the WhatsApp group?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
There are free websites in Google internet, so we can create the WhatsApp bot. But we can't apply on it, but because it's paid. Just we can create and study how to create a WhatsApp bot in that. Just like
Okay.
that.
So the social media thing, I got a picture. So now I know about the websites, like what all things you can do on the website. And the third thing is anything about the Google
Yeah,
search engine optimization.
I just forgot that also. We also studied about Google Analytics, and about Google Search Console, and searching for the keywords and all. Google.
Okay, so do you know how to log into analytics and probably put that analytics code in the website and doing all those kind of good stuff? Have you done that before?
Actually, I worked in Google Analytics. Actually, entered it, and I just did some stuff in that. And also there is a thing just like Google. There was another thing in Microsoft. I forgot that name. Microsoft, something like that. Just like the Google Analytics, it's a bit more like it's a bit more like accuracy is there in that Microsoft thing. So we can see that at clicks and rage clicks and something like that. All the things in that Microsoft.
Okay.
So actually, I worked all in these things.
All right. So have you done? Have they taught anything about the Google My Business, like the business page of Google?
Yeah. It's
The
also
back end and okay.
Yeah. I did all that stuff because actually I created a Google My Business profile for my company. My father have a company here. So and these Google guys are always deleting the phone number, and I giving the petition for again for giving the phone number there. So I did some stuff in that.
Okay. So we do have all this Google business page and everything for like Mohammed graphics and digital signature and everything is still there.
Yeah.
So we will give you access. I probably will sit with you sometime later. I'll tell you when. I just need to give you a structure, what all things we are focusing on, and how you can do the things on the back end.
Then
Okay, so
there is also one thing that I have a backup from my institute. So if I have any doubts there, if I don't get you, I can also ask help from my institute. They are very helpful in that case. So it's
now
a good
there
thing,
is
I
one
guess.
more thing, like, when you encounter a problem, it's not just for Korea, like for all of us. When we have a situation or a problem which comes up, like, we don't have a solution, we don't know a solution, and you come up with a solution, or you get it from somebody, or you've seen it somebody, or you've seen a video about this thing, just make a note of it, because that will come again, and probably you won't remember how you did it.
Yeah,
Right?
that's true.
So that, like, you don't have to go for help back to somebody again and again, because these things will happen in this field of business, right? So when you're making like when you're creating website, that is your business. So going forward, there is some specific problem which comes up, and you note it down, or maybe like it won't come for the next 6 months, and it may show up after 6 months for some other client, right? So it's just that it's a good habit to have, like, note things down and making an SOP. SOP is like a standard operating procedure for each work. So each work, in the sense, like website designing, there needs to be a SOP for website designing. That means, like, step by step what you do. It is like, okay, first you register the domain. That is step one. The second one is like register the hosting. Then the third one is installing the WordPress. Then the fourth one, the naming the website. Then fifth one is like, changing the settings in the WordPress. Like which I've shown you, like, the reading section and all those kind of time zones and all those things. That is the fourth one. Like, that is a standard operating procedure if you have it in an Excel file. When there is a website, you know what to do step by step. Like, first I'm doing this, second I'm doing this, third I'm doing this, and fourth I'm doing this. Like, it's just go and finish the thing. That's more easy way to do it than, like, okay, when you don't have an SOP, it's like, things. Yeah, you may do it, like, some things you forget, and then you come back later to do it, and that's just, this avoids a waste of time, wherein if you have a structure to do it. Okay, so that's about the designing part and Elementor for it. Now the Elementor is yours, guys. Omangi, you're okay, like, you don't have to really, but Elementor, I would suggest you go through some stuff, and just that, if
Yeah,
somebody
so
is not
like
able to.
yeah, so I can be there as a support person because like I designed my website from scratch, so I like get used to with those tools like padding, margin, and all those stuff. How we can add animation to the
Yeah, yeah,
sections or stuff. And other thing was how we can apply gradient backgrounds and all those stuff.
yeah. So it's
And
just
yeah,
it's only about getting familiar with all those things. It's
yeah,
not that you're going to use it every time, because these
yeah,
things might
yeah,
come up, and may somebody won't be there, and you can help at that point, and those things.
yeah,
And
that's true. Yeah.
for you, we'll go through detail into the hosting part of it, and WHMCS and backend and all those things. Probably we'll do it later. But
Okay.
you have gone through the WHMCS video, which I
Oh
sent, right?
yes, I have gone through,
Okay,
but the
so
video I gone
did
through was like setting up, like while we set up the WHMC for first time, like when we
all right,
set up the admin.
yeah,
So I watched that video, like how we can set a price for reselling hosting and how we can.
exactly.
So that video I gone through, but that is already done, right? So
No, we need to
uh,
actually making changes on that, because why the setup video is important. It actually shows you about the changes and module settings, how you put there, right? So if you want to
okay,
change anything, like we are not keeping the price Now in our website, we need to update. I mean, in the backend, we need to update the prices because the prices for the servers has gone up. Now it's almost
Yeah.
double. So we need to increase our price. So at that point, like, we need to know where to. So that's just all it. So the module actions and all those things. And the second thing is like yes, of course, we don't have any support for WHMC. Yes, we do have a support for WHMCS, but that takes a long time. But we do have a support from the server side, which actually they use the WHMCS, but that support is not specific for the WHMCS. That support is specific for the HMCS, like where the actual cPanels and all those things are there. Hosting side of it.
Okay.
And
So we get a support from reseller hosting, not
yes,
WHMCS, right? Okay.
not WHMCS. I mean, we can get a support from WHMCS, but that will take time. Sometimes, like, we might not have a time for it. And honestly, I would tell you, I never faced any problem with WHMCS. It's just that the problem for me was I don't know what to do. When the setting up and all those things, that is the only problem. But as a troubleshooting for WHMCS, that never happened.
Okay.
That's what I mean. So
So
usually
for generally,
that won't.
is generally like for client, basically we just have to like set up the domain and hosting, right? And if they require, if we have to install a WordPress. If
I
like
mean,
they are using our hosting, then only. If they are using their hosting, then of course like they can do it by themselves. But if they are using our hosting, then basically these are the tasks, right? What other tasks we have to perform other than like setting up the domain,
yeah,
and pointing
yeah.
it to the hosting and installing WordPress. What
So
other
if
tasks
the
we have to?
hosting, if the hosting and the domain is in the same hosting metrics, you don't actually have to point it. The pointing thing, because that happens automatically. The pointing thing only comes and the registrar is different and the domain is somewhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
With somebody and then you point it. So usually other things, if it is like domain and the hosting is in the same account, that's the easy stuff. You don't have to do anything. It's just even we can ask the customer to register his domain in our website. It's not like complicated. He can do it and set up the hosting and everything is automated. He will get his logins and everything in his email ready. So that is already set up. Okay. So then the WHMC part is like the billing, and if you want to raise a new invoice to a customer, like, you can do it inside the WHMCS. You don't have to do a third party. I mean, our third party payment processors are already connected to WHMCS via API. So everything happens with our payment processors, but you can do it in WHMCS. That's what I mean. So, WHMCS, I think like I didn't share the login details. What I'll do is that I'll add all of you to WHMCS as staff, so that you can just like go through whenever you get time. Just go through and see what the things are. It might look like a little complicated, but it's not that complicated actually. There are so many things in there, like module service, setup this, then. For honestly speaking, when I first like log into the WHMCs, I was like, I don't want to do this because I don't know what it is. There's so many things. It was so confusing, and it just comes with the time when you get familiar with everything. Even with the Elementor, the same thing. Like I was not at all comfortable with that. Then I started using it for everybody because it became comfortable like later on. Okay. So probably Korean we will sit with you some other day. I'll let you know which day.
Oh.
Because of all those things. And yeah, ladies, Leah is still there or she's gone?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, so I didn't say it. Anyway, so what time you have to leave? You have to leave in another 10-20 minutes, right? Okay, anyway, doesn't matter. I just go just about one more thing. I'm just figuring out like who can do what and all those kind of things. Now, I don't know what specifically you are interested in, like what aspect of this whole thing. You know how the whole thing works. There is like a few moving piece to it, which all comes together and it just runs. So now there is social media, there is search engine optimization, and there is website designing, and there are a few other stuff which we will add later on. Now, what do you think? Like, what could work for you? Like, what you are more comfortable in. It doesn't mean that you don't have to know anything else. It's just mean that your focus will be more on that part. That's what it is.
I think this Elementor part, I can handle because now I'm doing it for the first time, but I think I can work on this, and I have experience in the back end, so.
Okay, so now this is the thing. When you first time use it, obviously that's going to be difficult, and you think like, oh, this is probably not the thing you want to do. But when you keep on doing it, and like sometimes when you start doing it, and the designing aspect of it, probably that could be your main thing. Like you might have a good creativity, and you think about like doing different layouts and all those things. So I'm just talking to everybody. It's not specific to Leah. And then you're using the social media post. Like you have seen the social media post, like those kind of things. Creating those in Canva is another thing. Have you used Canva before, Leah? No. Okay, Leah and Anita. I'm talking to both of you.
Yeah.
So what do you think, Anita? Same question.
Yeah. I think that designing is more focusing on that.
Okay.
Elementary is quite difficult, but it's okay. By doing it, it will create it.
Yeah, nothing is difficult forever. It is difficult for some time, and then it will get easy.
Yeah.
So the more you do stuff. So what I'm going to do is that in asana, I'm going to put some specific business pages, I would say. Now I told you to make a whatever, your own page. So maybe a dental clinic, maybe a plumbing business, or maybe something. So just keep on making those pages and see how you can always search for those kind of business and see how the page looks like, and maybe you can do the same thing with it. Or maybe I'll make a task and share a page wherein you can look at that page and create probably the same page in your website. We are just making the pages. The connecting these pages and all those aspects is later. First, you need to know how to design it. Okay, sounds good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sounds good.
Okay, all right. So I think that's about it. Thanks for joining, everybody. Umang also, like just reach out to me if you have any questions about the hosting part of it and all those things. We will
Okay,
we
sir.
will do a walkthrough about it. Like we go to the WHMC's dashboard and how the things are there and all those kind of things. I honestly have to go through that, probably some YouTube videos again to go really
Okay.
deep in.
Yeah.
Because when I set up, I did something and then it was just going, like nothing happened to it. It was running.
Okay. And you also mentioned about that, spam emails we are getting into the account. So like
Yeah.
how, like what we can do with that?
Oh, those spam mails. I really have to figure out a solution for it. Like, I I have, those are like, I blocked everybody, but
Yeah.
still those things are coming again. So there is an
So
option, you select everything and you delete it and block it at the same time. I
okay.
did
So
those
like
things, but yeah.
so the WHMCS customer support cannot help us with that thing. Like
That's not really a problem with the WHMCS. That is the hosting side of it. I probably contact the hosting side of it. What could be the
okay.
reason? Because that comes to our support at hosting metrics email. Because the
Okay.
WHMC is connected to it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I probably need to figure out. There is a lot coming in. So most of the things are probably not. We'll figure it out.
Okay. Sure. Yeah.
Just don't worry about it.
Yeah.
And now another thing is like, we are not in a point wherein we are just promoting only our hosting like the GoDaddy or the Bluehost and all those kind of people do, because that their main business is hosting, and then they add on the website builder and all those things. Even we can have a website builder on hosting metrics, but I didn't opt for it because we are doing the design part of it, right, on WordPress.
Yeah.
Now, hosting metrics is all different thing altogether. So we'll go that separately and go through each part of it. So that'll be easier, because if I started talking about it and doing it, that's going to take a lot of going again.
Yeah. That's true. Yeah.
Okay.
So you want me to
All
look
right.
into specific about WHMCS? Like if you want me to
Yeah.
look.
Yeah. WHMCS, and then you just get familiarized with the back end of our hosting,
Okay.
even our client area and all those kind of things. So WHMC is now this digitalsignature.com is a client of hosting
Client
metrics.
login. Okay. Yes.
So yeah, just wanted to make that clear, because whenever we are going to do any design and all those things in the digital signature, or we are creating email ID or anything, you want to log into the cPanel of the hosting metric, digital signature, you go to hostingmetrics.com and then log in as the client. That's how it is set up. And if you want to do that with the hostingmetrics.com, then we go to our Razor login. You know what I mean? So doing something to the
Yeah.
hosting metrics, this hosting metrics is registered and hosted with name hero. So that is our reseller.
Or name here. Okay.
Okay, just wanted to make
Yeah.
that clear. And probably I want you guys, not Umang, you probably don't need to go through. I would probably limit you to the website and the hosting and all those part of it. And
Okay.
and Leah and Anita probably just go with the Asana, create a, not Asana, sorry, Canva, create a, that is free. The basic thing is free. So create an account and just, I will probably share any YouTube video wherein how to do it. And if you want a walkthrough, I can do a walkthrough, even how to design in Canva. Just get familiarized with the platform, how it is, and how you can do the stuff.
Okay.
Or if you want me to do a walkthrough, just put it in the group. We can do a walkthrough on it. Okay, both of you. And I know Kurian has some experience with that, so probably it should be okay.
Yeah, I'm agree with it.
All right, guys. So then we call it a day, and we'll see you in a few days. I will come up with something, or I will probably do a header and footer or something like that, and I'll record it and share it to you. The live streams usually takes a lot of time, so we will limit it to Q&As and all those kind of things. Other things we probably will record it and share it. Okay. So then good
Okay.
night, good morning, wherever you are,
Yeah.
and bye for now.
Nice.
All
Bye.
right,
Yeah.
great. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you.
Bye.